This phone costs $2,000. And yet, Samsung placed a critical component exactly where it should never have been. A component that can turn a simple repair into a bill worth hundreds of dollars. And the worst part is that most users will never understand why. Today we have a Samsung Fold 7 with a broken display. And after years of repairing smartphones, even today I can hardly find a single video online that properly shows how this repair should be done. So today I'm going to show you the complete process. But first, there's something you need to know. Because hidden inside this repair is a detail that perfectly explains how the modern tech industry works. And I don't think you're going to like it. Let's begin. The first thing we've managed to get is a Samsung Service Pack display. In other words, a display without the frame. And that gives us one major advantage. We can reduce the overall cost of the repair. Because replacing a complete fold display can easily become financially insane. But this is where the first problem appears. And it's a huge one. Samsung's engineers decided to place the main flex cable for the inner display directly underneath the outer display. Yes, you heard that correctly. To access one display, you first have to remove the other one. And if you don't know exactly what you're doing, you can end up breaking two displays instead of one. That's why this repair is not for beginners. We've removed thousands of displays over the years, and even today, we still work with extreme caution. Because one small mistake here can cost you more than half a month's salary in a matter of seconds. To lift a display like this, we use ultra-thin plastic cards and specialized tools. No hard picks, no aggressive metal tools, no brute force. Everything here comes down to experience, patience, and control. Because a foldable display does not forgive mistakes. And the thinner the display, the easier it is to destroy. Some people try to do this at home after watching a 30-second short video, then they wonder why they end up buying a new phone. What's interesting is that technically, this repair could have been much easier. For example, this main connector could have been placed behind the rear cover. It would be easier to access, faster, cheaper. But then there would be fewer broken displays, fewer expensive repairs, and fewer replacement devices being sold. I'll let you draw your own conclusions. Now, we apply a small amount of isopropyl alcohol and carefully begin separating the outer display. There's absolutely no margin for error here. Millimeter by millimeter, no rushing, no stress, no pressure, because the outer display is still fully functional, and our goal is to keep it that way. Once removed, we perform a quick test, and fortunately, everything works perfectly. The display responds, the image appears, the battery is simply running low, a small victory. And with repairs like this, every victory counts. Now comes one of the most important moments of the entire video. We're going to test the new display, because even though it's brand new, if it arrives defective, we'll have to tear everything apart all over again. We connect it, power it on, and there it is. Perfect image. Everything looks good. Let's keep going. Now we need to remove this ultra-thin frame, and here I want to give you a professional tip. Never use heat to remove it. Never. The only thing you'll achieve is deforming it. Use a plastic card and isopropyl alcohol. Nothing else. It's slower, but it's also much safer. Once the frame is removed, we can apply controlled heat at around 90 degrees Celsius. And now, the extraction of the broken display begins. This is one of those moments where a profitable repair can turn into a disaster within seconds. Because if the new display breaks during installation, the repair shop absorbs the entire loss. And when we're talking about displays at this level, we're talking about serious money. A lot of money. Potentially 2 weeks worth of work. Now it's time to prepare the chassis. We're using professional 3M adhesive. Although honestly, if you can get pre-cut adhesive strips, you'll save a huge amount of time, and you'll usually achieve a cleaner finish as well. That being said, this 3M double-sided adhesive is incredibly strong. Once it's bonded, removing it is a nightmare. Now I'm going to show you a trick we use to perfectly align the display. Because installing a foldable display of this size perfectly centered is much more difficult than it looks. The main reference point is the camera circle. It must line up perfectly. At the same time, one of the corners must also be perfectly aligned. If both reference points match, the display will sit perfectly centered, and you'll avoid problems later on. Once installed, it's time for the moment of truth. We check the image, we check the touch functionality, we check the hinge, we check overall operation, and fortunately, everything works perfectly. Now it's time to reinstall the outer display. We're using adhesive specifically designed for smartphones. Personally, I like to wait about 5 to 6 minutes before bonding the display. Why? It's simply common sense. During that time, some of the adhesive's solvents evaporate, and that usually results in a much stronger final bond. It's very similar to contact cement. These are the small details that separate a professional repair from an average one. There's only one thing left: the frame. And here we run into another problem. This device arrived with part of the frame broken, and I still haven't been able to find a replacement, so I had to come up with an alternative solution. I recycled a compatible piece of the same size, modified it, bonded it into place, and managed to hide almost all of the original damage. Sometimes repairing isn't just about replacing parts, it's also about finding smart solutions when replacement parts simply don't exist. And here is the final result: a $2,000 Samsung Fold 7 brought back to life, a brand new display, perfect operation, and a customer who avoids spending a small fortune on a brand new phone. But I want to leave you with one final thought, because behind this repair lies something much bigger than replacing a display. Every year, smartphones become more expensive, more complex, and more difficult to repair. Yet, independent repair shops continue finding ways to bring them back to life. Because throwing a device away isn't always the answer. Very often, the real solution is simply knowing how to repair it. And that's exactly what we're trying to teach on this channel. So if you're passionate about technology, want to save money, and enjoy seeing how these devices really work on the inside, make sure to subscribe, because there are still plenty of stories left to tell. I'm Leonardo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. See